Hi guys, welcome back for another one. Now today's video was requested by a viewer, and today's video is focusing on gamma raids, efficient building to beat the difficulty 4 and beyond by building up characters that specifically can help you get that job done. So guys, if you're ready for it, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Now, if you guys would like to request a video or a topic for me to cover, all you have to do is leave it in my Discord underneath the video section where it says request. Leave your request there, and maybe you will see your request featured in a future video. Now, for this video, we're going to go through each lane, each characteristic, and this is the priority key for the graphics, guys. So, first off, the final 5, which are highlighted in green. These are the last 5 characters you really want. But because some of these characters may not currently be farmable or hard to obtain, there are characters that will be highlighted in yellow, which are optional characters, which are really good characters, sometimes even better, just lack synergy than the actual top 5. Then, in the event that the optional characters and the final 5 characters are just not available for free-to-play players, or they're hard to obtain, just not farmable, then I have highlighted early grabs, which are alternative characters that are definitely available early that you can grab to help plug and play until you can get to the final 5. And then anyone highlighted in this white grayish border, just ignore them. You don't need to build those characters. And once again, this is all about efficient building. So we're kicking this one off with lanes 1 through 8. This is tagged as Avengers and Guardians. Completely ignore the Guardians, guys, and focus on the Wave 1 Avengers. There are no blue marked characters in this one because the Wave 1 Avengers are available pretty early in the game. And then some optional characters, very good, but you probably wouldn't use them if you could get your hands on Wave 1 Avengers, is Nick Fury, Falcon, and Coulson. Everyone else, feel free to pass up. Following lanes 1 and 8 through, next up is Kree and Pimtech. There's a lot of debate on this one, as I had my Twitch chat actually help me put this together to the final 5, especially the ones that I struggle to figure out who are the best 5. But Captain Marvel, Minerva, Stature, and Ghost were definite, and then there was some mixed back and forth between Yellow Jacket and Ultimus. Ultimately, if you have a lot of red stars on Yellow Jacket, he's probably your best bet over Ultimus, but if you lack red stars or gold stars on Yellow Jacket, go the Ultimus route. And then you have Karath and Ronan as fill-ins if you need them, and Ant-Man and Wasp as early fill-ins until you can get these other characters up and going. Next section, Mercenary, X-Men, and Brotherhood. So currently the best team, which is a little unfarmable at the moment, is Astonishing X-Men. They will blow through these nodes for you, probably even at the highest difficulty, better than all these other characters. But some other good characters, you have Taskmaster, X-23, Phoenix if you need a nuke a node, and Magneto. And then there's plenty of early game characters you can get, like Cyclops, Killmonger, Deadpool, the Merc Lieutenant, Merc Ryguard, Juggernaut, Toad, and Blob. So plenty of options to get you started, but ultimately funneling up to that Astonishing X-Men, who will be a farmable team within the next 6 months. We just have to wait for it. And then to wrap this lane off, and everyone pretty much ends on this one, is Spider-Verse, Guardians, and Kree. Just build symbiotes. You need them for Doom raids. Anyways, build them up. If you need some options, obviously you already built in this lane, probably Captain Marvel and Minerva, so they're great plug and play to go. Doc Ock, Swarm, and Electro if you get their hands on them. Early game characters like Rhino and Mysterio and Ronan. Next up, lanes 2 through 7, and this is Spider-Verse and Avengers. You definitely want to go symbiotes if you can. Scream and Anti-Venom should become farmable here in the near future within the next couple months. I think the latest you'll see one of these guys farmable is 3 months from now. But you also have the Wave 1 option, which is also the early game option that you can build up, and it could probably get the job done just like symbiotes, but you're going to need the symbiotes later, as you're going to find out. Good options if you get there: Doc Ock, Electro, Falcon, and Fury. The rest, don't worry about them. And then probably one of the toughest lanes, Wakanda and Pimtech. Black Panther, Shuri, Killmonger, Stature, and Ghost are your best options, but once again, if you're rocking a high red star Yellow Jacket, you can drop Black Panther for your Yellow Jacket. And then Ant-Man and Wasp are there as early grabs, and Baku and Okoye. You're probably going to build those characters up for Chaos Theory anyways, but yeah, you don't want to build them up any further than that. And then the next 2 nodes are repeated from the very first one, so I'm not going to go into great detail. Once again, Astonishing X-Men for the third set, and then the last set, you're going to use your symbiotes, and if you build them for the first one, you can use them here at the end. One of the best lanes that you could possibly run if it wasn't for those Wakanda Pimtech section. Next up is lanes 3 and 6. Now this one is the most complicated out of all the other lanes because you actually need to build for 5 sections instead of 4. So the people get stuck in this lane, you're going to have more investment to do than all the other lanes. Sorry about your luck. But ultimately here, you want to go with the shield characters, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Fury, and Coulson. Now you do have some early substitutions with like Quake, Shield Medic, and Shield Operative as some of your healers. You can also get the Brotherhood with Magneto and try to see if you can get him working with Blob and Toad, Juggernaut, Sabretooth, Mystique, however you can get that team working. They're all early game grabs, not ones you really want to carry to the end. Next up is Mercenary Defenders. Now you can grab your Defenders early for these, but ultimately you want to make a Mercenary team with Taskmaster, Deadpool, Killmonger, Merc Lieutenant, and Merc Ryguard. You could sub in Karath for either Killmonger or Deadpool if you really want to, but I prefer if you didn't, but you could do that. Now next up is a lane that's a little bit different because it has Guardians as the third option, which you can completely ignore. So this is just like your top end nodes where you want the Astonishing X-Men with the same characters that could be viable. And once again, here's where you start merging into everybody else, where you just get Brotherhood instead of Guardians. Same thing, recommendations don't really change. You just have some other optional characters down there with the Brotherhood. And at the top again, once again, Spider-Verse, no other way. And then last but not least, lanes 4 and 5, which run straight up the middle, starting with aim and shield. Now this one had a lot of debate back and forth. So here I'm gonna lay out this to you guys. You guys can go shield, which is Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Fury, and Coulson, or you can go aim. In this graphic, I have aim marked as optional, but ultimately look at your red stars, look at what you have invested in. If you have invested heavily in aim and you have high red stars on them, they may work better than the shield. This one was very 50-50 split in my chat when we were putting this together. So once again, options, but then you have your early game options. It's Quake, Medic, and Operative. Next up, another one that was highly debated, but obviously first up, Defenders early grabs, but you definitely want to go into Hydra with Red Skull, Zemo, Scientist, Armor Guard, and Grenadier. There was some debate over the minions, but it seemed to be the general consensus as the 3 best minions to run to have sustain in these nodes and try to clear them. And once again, when we're talking about Defenders, the last time we're going to talk about Defenders, this obviously opinion could change the Defenders shortly if the rumors are true that Calling Wing and Misty Knight are going to be Defenders, but I'm not penciling that in until I know for sure that they're getting a Defender tag and not a Heroes for Hire tag in a new team. The next set, Wakanda Shield Defenders. You definitely want the same shield characters I recommended earlier with Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Fury, but instead of Coulson, you want to run Shuri. And then you have your optionals as Coulson, Killmonger, and Black Panther with the same early game characters you can grab in Quake, Medic, and Operative. And then you merge in with everybody else at the very end, where you definitely want your symbiotes to carry you not only in this raid, but also in Doom raids. Alright guys, and that will do it for this video. Hopefully I did a good job of explaining this. You have 4 weeks until Gamma Raid runs back around, where if you're someone who really wants to beat difficulty 4 or beyond, to start building towards. But I want to add in a quick disclaimer before I end this video. Gamma Raids to me guys, personally, is like the Relic Hunt event of raids. It really is the last thing you should focus on when it comes to raids. As the milestone points that you get for doing raids, you actually get a lot more doing Doom raids than you do doing Gamma raids, even at the highest difficulty, and it's not even close. Now, these graphics will be up on my Discord 24 hours after this video has aired on YouTube. So if you're someone who needs it for reference, don't worry, it will be on my Discord, and if you need to join my Discord, the link to that is in the description down below. But with all that said, if you guys enjoy this one, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and I'm not done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss the next viewer requested video, don't forget that notification bell. And with all that said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.